Hello and welcome to Diag Railway Centre. I'm Steve, Product Manager at Accurascale. We're here today to look at our range of coal wagons from the Powering Britain range, featuring 200 years worth of history in a range of wagons. Diag is a town not necessarily famous for mining coal, but certainly for using it. For the power station that used to be here, fed by coal trains throughout its history until its closure, and of course the railway centre, where coal has powered steam locomotives for hundreds of years. We're here to take a quick look at our different ranges, their uses, and to give you some updates of the Accurascale coal range. The range we have here today goes from 1835 right the way through to present day, covering almost 200 years worth of coal moving history. A huge part of the railways, and almost any layout can justify coal traffic of some form or description. They go from the small Chaldron coal hoppers that we'll look at in detail in a moment, right the way up to the impressive HYA coal wagons that you see here, and are still running about on the network today. So, before we go much further, let's start digging in on a one-to-one basis. We should look at the models, we should look at a bit of background, I will show you some features and give you an update of where they are and when you can buy them. So let's take a look at our wagon range chronologically, and we'll go right the way back to 1835 with the Chaldron wagons that you see here. These wonderful little wagons have almost 200 years worth of history, and we have 3 designs coming in stock very soon. They're currently in transit from China. They should be here within the next couple of weeks, and by the time you see this video, they may even be rushing their way towards you right now. They include a lot of firsts for a model railway item. They include chain couplings to remove the horrible tension lock that were way too overpowering. They have a lovely unfitted effect. You can take up the slack as you slowly pull the train away. We've created an accessory pack which befits locomotives, brake vans. You can make complete trains of these items. Personally, I think you can build a layout around these. These are the perfect item to have with a little industrial locomotive, be it in a mining scene or a colliery scene or even an industrial scene or something like that. I think they're probably amongst the longest lived items rolling stock ever to have existed, right the way back from 1835 right up to the 1970s. For the history of these wagons, I can do nothing better than direct you to the video put together by my colleague Paul, the project manager for all these wagons, who's had the great pleasure of researching and designing this model from scratch, working with the team at Beamish for many details and things like that. A link to that video will be sent at the bottom of the screen. Let's take a look at the models. These are final production samples that have been randomly removed from the production line to check the quality and the standards that are being produced for us by the factory. We have air freighted these in especially. They give us a good indication of what's to come, and will show the viewer what to expect from a final production. These represent vehicles that used the Stargate colliery in the 1950s. However, with NCB lettering, could be used in almost any situation for your layout and working with many of your industrial locomotives in a very nice way. Differently to all of the other Chaldrons we're releasing, these have the weathered effect, so they have mismatched boards and bits and pieces like that, just to give them a slightly aged look. And these are a model that I'm really excited to see people's weathering techniques take place on. We look forward and welcome people sending photographs of their Chaldrons they are modelling. So, let's take a look. As you can see here, we have all of the wonderful different weathering effects. There's different tones of black and greys, as would be represented where the board's been replaced on the model. Different to the pre-production models we've seen before, the wheels have this wonderful blackening. It gives a real deep black colour and effect, and it's not just that metallic black look that would really spoil this wagon. We can see all the different fine chain couplings. We have the separately applied chains around the front, and indeed this model is fitted with greedy boards, the little extensions on the top of the wagons, which meant they could carry more coal. These diminutive little wagons look cute. Somehow it feels a little bit wrong to call a wagon like this cute. At the end of the day, they were heavy industrial items, and I'm sure working with them in reality was hard work. However, I think they're wonderfully cute. I think they're a great little model you could build a layout around, and even in the smallest spaces, a small 3-4 foot long layout would look great on a shelf or something like that. And if people do such a layout, please share your photos with us. We'd like to see it. We'd like to see where our models end up. The models are currently in transit from China, and they're 3 to 4 weeks away from docking, at which point we shall rapidly get them shipped out and sent to all of our stockists and all the people who have ordered from us directly. We really look forward to seeing them on your layouts and looking forward to hearing about them soon. The models are available directly from Accurascale.com. The NCB edition is purely exclusive from us, and if you buy more than 2 packs, we'll give you 10% off, an offer that applies to all of the Chaldron wagon packs that we have available today. And of course, they're available through our retailing network as well, details of which can be found out on our website. Moving on now to the MDO and MDV coal wagons that we delivered last year. These have been hugely popular and now sold out completely with the Accurascale. They are still available through our retailer base, so if you go hunting, I'm sure you can find some. We are in the process of now looking towards the second run. This does include a few tweaks on the wagons, including lamp irons on the MDOs and MDVs, and a few tweaks on the chassis to make it more EM and P4 friendly. We look forward to giving you more details of this in time. So next up in our coal wagon story, we have the HYA coal hoppers, the 24.5 tonne hopper that's where it all started for Accurascale. Our first UK model that we announced 7 years ago now. We've just done our third release of them, mostly in the lovely grey livery that's unfitted and still in stock with both ourselves and our retailer network. And of course we did the bauxite version that you see here as well. This exclusive is now sadly sold out. They move very quickly, and we always suggest that if people do like a model in particular, please buy it as soon as you can. However, I bring it here today to give you a taste of what an exclusive gets you. The lovely box, this limited certificate, and of course the beautiful wagon that you have in the centre as well. We always try and do something a little bit different in terms of livery, text or font. Many people have asked us why we only did one bauxite wagon. Why is there only one bauxite HYA available? Now it's quite simple. For this diagram of vehicle, we can only find one. As featured on Paul Bartlett's wonderful website, is the only one of our diagram that we can find in this colour. We would love to make more, and indeed I set the challenge to all viewers here today to find me more wagons of our diagram in this livery. Our wonderful editing team will put the numbers and diagrams of these wagons in the description below. Now, before anyone thinks this is an easy challenge, we've looked everywhere. We've covered all of the standard websites, we've looked at all of Dave Larkin's books, all of the usual places that a wagon nut will check, but we're still yet to find one. However, we are sure there are more, and today we commit that anyone who finds a photograph with a clear number that shows a wagon in bauxite, we will do it. We presently have in stock 4 different packs in grey. They're triple packs, 2 in tops, 2 with pre-tops lettering. They're available directly for us, and they're also available from our retailer network. Priced at $74.95, and if you buy directly from us, we'll also give you 10% off. A deal that applies to all of our wagons and coach packs to offer very good value for money. We also have available our 7mm version of the HYO, a wonderful bulky hopper that allows you to build up big, powerful looking trains very easily. We always get asked to do more O gauge, and it's a very easy way to show your support for the scale and encourage us to do more in O scale. So these are all now in stock, available to buy. So next up we have a scene very common and familiar here at Didcot, the merry-go-round wagons. A common scene from the mid-1960s to the mid-2000s here in Didcot and later across the network, and indeed still to this day in certain parts of the country, such as Cornwall where they still feature as CDAs. The first batch of these wagons have already been and gone. The red-framed and bauxite-framed wagons have already disappeared, way beyond the demands we ever expected, and we're very thankful for everyone who's purchased these wagons. The next livery has just arrived in our warehouse. This includes the CDAs and the HCA versions, and the remaining versions will be following very quickly behind them. At $74.95 for a pack of 3, these offer unbeatable value, and the level of detail of these wagons is astounding. They go beyond anything else that's available on the market, and we're very proud of them. We're really thrilled with how this model came out, in particular Gareth, the project manager, who put so much time and effort into getting it just right. The different detail variations, the different formats, the different colours, the framing, bits and pieces like that, and including variations like the MHA and the CDA to offer something a little bit different, and it means that everyone can enjoy these wagons on their layout. At $74.95 for a 3-pack of wagons, they offer unbeatable value. The detail, the variety, they're great. They're the perfect wagon for almost every layout. So next up in the coal wagon store, we have the wonderful PFA container flats. These wonderful little container flats carried a variety of coal over the year in these bright colours such as the Carwood's yellow you see here. These wagons are now on their way to our warehouse from China, and we expect to have them in a couple of weeks. These wagons will very shortly be in stock as they're in transit from our factory in China. We have a variety of different loads on top, not only just the coal version you see here, but the nuclear fuel versions that we have as well, including exclusive Dragon containers that look very good. A superb short rake wagon for your layout, or indeed a long rake wagon. If you fancy a long rake of these, they're both prototypical. The prototype for these wagons were built in 1986, so a great addition for any layout from that date right the way through to the present day. And indeed, with DRS Transport taking over the nuclear side, a fantastic little scene for your layout. Priced at $74.95 for a pack of 3, once again, I think they represent great value for money for a great little model. And finally, so far for the Accurascale story, is the wonderful HYA coal wagon, an enormous vehicle as you can see here, and really defining modern coal transport as you can see. These wagons are now largely sold out from us directly, although still may be available for some of our retailers, details of which are on our website and we encourage you to visit. A wealth of detail including almighty tampo printing on the side, something our factory love and hate us for the complexity, over 160 prints on both sides of each wagon. These wagons have absolutely flown out, both the long version, the short version, the biomass version that we've completed as well. We do start to think about a second run, and we'd love to hear the wagons that you're looking for. So please get in touch and tell us what you need and what you fancy for your layout. We'll be very keen to listen. In terms of the fine detail on this wagon, you can see here all the fine printing we have, especially the weld marks, of course, on the side. We have all of the message boards and information warning panels that you can see here, the fine details along the bottom, and of course we also offer the flashing tail light in many of the versions available. Given the rate that these are sold at, we encourage you to move very quickly if you want to add them to your fleet, and we look forward to seeing them on your layout. So there you have it, little and large, 2 bookends of the coal moving story for the railways, and indeed the bookends for the Accurascale coal wagon range. There's sometimes the misconception that Accurascale is a modern image-only company doing diesel electric locomotives, modern wagons and modern rolling stock, but that's not the case at all. With the diminutive Chaldron wagons dated from the 1830s onwards, we cover for all ranges, all sizes, and all different types of layout. And indeed, that's just the start. With many of the models we have in development and planning, there will be something for everyone coming very soon. Thank you very much for joining us today here at Didcot and seeing the Accurascale range of coal wagons. Our Powering Britain range has been endlessly popular, and it's just the start of what we have to offer in terms of models in development and things that we'll be announcing and delivering to you soon. For full details about pricing and availability, please check out the website link below. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe for more content. We're always very keen to show you the things we're up to at Accurascale. Realistic models at realistic prices.